All right, so she's starring in the Disney Channel original movie, Princess Protection Program, premiering this Friday, 8 o'clock, co-starring Selena Gomez. It is Demi Lovato. Hello.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Great. So let's start. Well, first of all, let's start with, we tend to follow you here at the radio program, the Radio Ranch, and we read that your voice
That's not
was
creepy.
well, not me, but Natalie. Negative Natalie. Your voice, she said, was a little hoarse. You were complaining about your voice, huh?
I was. Like, every year at the beginning of tour, it's like getting used to singing that long so often can, like, really make your voice tired, but it's just getting over that bump in the road, you know?
Well, tell Archuleta to stop talking to you on this tour.
I know, right? I saw him yesterday. I felt so bad. He was, like, trying to talk, and I was like, I can't talk. I'm on vocal rest.
He's one of the nicest guys, isn't he?
He's so sweet.
All right,
Such a sweetheart.
so you get to play the princess, and your friend Selena plays the average teenage girl. How'd that go down?
Well, we read for both characters, and we both felt like it was the best pick for her to be the tomboy and me to be the princess. And same with Disney Channel. People at Disney Channel felt the exact same thing. But it's like mainly us. Like, Selena's always been the tomboy one out of the two of us. And I grew up in beauty pageants, so I'm a little used to the dresses and everything like that. So it just fit.
Now, are the two of you really best friends in real life?
Yes.
So working together and being buddies is kind of a cool dynamic, isn't it?
Oh my gosh, it was so much fun. We would text each other. I'd get to set early or something, and she wouldn't be there yet. She had a later call time, and I'd be like, "Where are you? Come to set. I miss you." Even though we worked like the entire day together the day before.
Demi, do you find that you guys have become closer friends because you're both becoming more and more famous simultaneously, and you can bond over that?
Actually, like, I feel like it's gotten harder because there's also people trying to tear us apart. Mm-hmm. And sometimes it's hard, to, like, not listen to the lies that people make up and, the gossip and the things like that when you don't know what's being said. But then at the end of the day, you just got to be like, you know what? Like, you were my best friend 3 years ago when none of this was going on for me, and you were still there for me, and I'm not going to believe what other people say. You know what I mean?
Who's trying to tear you apart?
It has brought us closer. People.
No, I don't know.
Famous people, or
who are these diabolical people?
past?
Who are these evil people with the claws?
People. I'm not stupid.
People are people. Depeche Mode once said that. No, I really don't know who's trying to tear you apart.
Oh, that's too bad, because you're not finding out in this interview.
Natalie, come tell me who's trying to tell her. You tell me. Don't talk through the window. Hey, so did you crash this prom? I did read about that in the press, that you and Selena crashed a prom and got kicked out. Tell me the story.
We finally got to go to prom, and no, we didn't get kicked out, by the way.
Okay.
It was closing. Like, the prom was, like, being over, and, like, everyone was leaving. We stayed till the end. It was so much fun. The premiere for Princess Protection Program was up in Toronto, and they have, like, 3 big ballrooms. And we were in one of them, and next door was 2 different proms. Uh-huh. And Selena was like, oh, my gosh, what, like, a better way to end the night, because we're in prom dresses, basically, to, like, go over to a prom and hang out. Like, yeah, totally. Like, we go in, and we just had, like, so much fun. Like, there was other Disney Channel stars there, so, like, they came too, and because it was so dark, nobody could tell who we were. Mm-hmm. And it was so much fun. Like, we just started dancing with random people, and we're just like, hey, and they'd be like, hey, and all of a sudden they'd, like, kind of do a double take, and we'd run away before they'd find us.
Do you know, I did this same thing at a wedding with John Mayer.
Oh, you did?
Remember that story?
That's right.
John and I were at the Four Seasons in the lobby, and we saw there was a wedding reception in the ballroom, and we're like, dude, let's just go in and join them. And so
actually,
what?
I've done that too. Like, I love crashing parties.
It's fun because it usually takes about 15 minutes before anybody realizes that you're not one of their friends.
Yeah. It's like nobody asks around, like, who are you? You just go in there and you dance.
We just walked out and we're like, hey, congratulations, man. It's so great. The two of you are meant for each other. And they're like,
what's so funny is during Camp Rock, we were stuck up in this like hotel that was basically in the middle of nowhere. Literally had like barely any phone reception, barely any internet. So like every night we really, really got close to each other just by like writing songs and getting to know each other. And one night on the weekends, like literally we couldn't really leave anywhere because like the movies were like an hour away. And we were just like, you know what, there's like a corporation party going on. Why don't we just like go over there and sing for everybody? And so like literally we were their entertainment acts for the night. Totally didn't plan on it. I was in sweatpants. Like we totally went over there,
fun.
like had so much fun, and then we got like a bunch of free chips out of it.
Hey, speaking of John Mayer, he tweeted that he loves your song La La Land. Did you hear about that?
Yeah, he's such a cool guy. We got to work together on my album.
You did?
Yes.
Well, tell me about
After
that.
like, well, first of all, I freaked out.
Yeah.
Obviously, like when he tweeted me, I was in school and Selena was sitting next to me, and like I was just like, oh my god, and she was like, what? And I was like, no way, no way. Like I started freaking out like a child. It was awesome. And well, anyways, like we were so excited that day, and like I couldn't believe it that he even knew who I was. And then like a few months later, like I get a letter in the mail that's like, hey, like I would really like to work with you, and I'm really sorry that I can't. I'm working on my album right now. I was like, no, totally, like go do your thing. It was like cool enough that he actually handwritten a letter saying sorry they couldn't work with me, and they like gave me a little advice, and it was just really, really cool of him. Like people don't realize he's such a cool guy. Like he's so awesome. And you know, and then later on, like, I guess, you know, on the last weekend that we were recording the vocals for the album, he contacted my record label and was just like, I'd really like to work together. And we sat down and wrote together. We wrote 2 songs, one of which will make the album, one of which will make the album later. And it was just like, you know, later down the road, and it was just like, it was so awesome. Like, I think that's one of the best parts about getting to work in the business is being able to, like, have your favorite musicians respect you for your music.
Yeah,
it's completely surreal.
Well, and look for Demi Lovato opening up on the Mayer Cruise real soon. The two of them hitting the stage. Hey,
Fun.
Before I let you go, Natalie, who follows you on Twitter, says that you flirt with Trace Cyrus on your Twitter. Is that your boyfriend? Do you guys date? Is it really flirting, or are you friends?
He's a really good friend of mine.
But you flirt back and forth, and people get to see it?
He's a really good friend of mine.
All right, we'll be reading the tweet later. Demi,
I'm a girl. I like to flirt.
All right. Well, be careful. Be careful.
He's cute.
Be careful.
Okay.
All right, Disney Channel original movie. It is Princess Protection Program, premiering Friday, 8 o'clock, co-starring Selena Gomez, Demi Lovato. Thanks for the call. Good luck, okay?
Okay, bye.